Hello, welcome back with Grim Reaper coming at you with another video for Raidshadowlegends. Hopefully you're doing well and hopefully you're looking after yourselves and having a great start. Been a little bit quiet this week, been really busy with personal life. We are back to the grind and going to be dropping content for the next every day, I guess, until I need to do personal life again. So it's one of them ones. So we've got the fusion going on and everything else going on. We've got some interesting content planned for you guys this week. So go ahead and check out the rest of the videos for this week. Hit that notification bell and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Let's go into today's video then. So today's video, we're going to talk about the 3 best ways of building Lady MIKAGE. Now, Lady MIKAGE is a mythical, one of 2 mythicals that you will receive from Plarium at some point in your Raidshadowlegends gameplay, I guess, and she's really solid mythical, definitely top 10 when we're talking about all mythicals over in-game progression. I'm not going to go for a kit, I will let you guys do that, but I wanted to talk about every single way that I would build her for the best 3 contents that she is great in, which is going to be in today's finite hydra and arena. So let's go ahead and we'll kick off with hydra first. So I'm going to play the run and let you guys go. I have changed her build, so a couple of you guys might have seen her old build, which was in reflex. We have changed her build for today. This was requested for I will build them so you don't have to, but I thought I would include it for today's video. So we're going to go ahead and play this new personal record on Nightmare. No spoilers there. I'll let you guys enjoy the music. We'll be right back after this. So you can see that this new build, Lady M, did push my team over 500 million just by scraper teeth. I think it's increased by 50 million from last week, which we did drop a video on that as well. So really nice numbers coming in here overall. I guess I might make some tweaks next week to this team by putting Mishi in Savage or Merciless, and then Carnage in Merciless as well, and then maybe try Nigmafar back in Provoke, I guess is what I'm going to try and do. I would lower damage here and up the damage here. So I'm kind of interested to see how that's going to balance out for next week to try and get this to the next level, which is 1 billion, which is what we're looking for, if it's even possible with my roaster. Carnage coming in with massive damage here with the Lady M definitely supporting that build. So we've got protection here and protection here, 9-piece protection on these two. And I'll try and want to actually get a 9-piece ferret on some point on Negmafar, I guess, which would be the next best thing. So let's go ahead and check out the build, and I'll show you the recommendations. So we've got a 9-piece protection built on here. So I've been trying to get her in protection for a while. I do want a bit more speed on her. I want to get back up to 300 speeds, which would be something I'll be working on. I'm trying to get a 100% critical rate as well, which is going to be what super in-game players are trying to do on their builds. We have got the accuracy up to 350, which is generally enough for Nightmare. Ignore defense here as well. Critical damage is just a bonus. And then survivability overall as well, which we'll be working on. HP next in the Great Hall once the speed is finished, which I've only got one level left to do. So that's what we're going to be working on. You can see here we just got accuracy, defense, ID looking for speed, HP or defense here, speed, and then HP, and then HP. You can see here we've got quite a bit to glyph as well, which, you know, I might get around to glyphing at some point. Blessing is definitely not the best. I do use her in arena time to time, so I still keep her with the polymorph. I guess you can go with Phantom Touch, which would be really useful for finite, as well as a bit of extra damage here. Or I guess well, cruelty, she doesn't really tend to do much, so for hydra would be an interesting one. Maybe this one to increase her accuracy aura or the speed aura, I guess, which would be very solid, I guess, overall. These are the masteries that we're running. These are arena focus. I definitely wouldn't recommend taking these. I will show you similar masteries to Hackeron, which you should generally try and run overall, which should be something like this. Instead of Cycle of Violence, definitely take a Cycle of Magic over that. That's only the changes I do here on these masteries. So I'm not going to show you the rest of the gear for these. If you want to see the rest of the gear, I will pin the video around for the rest of this team. So I'm going to go ahead and put her in the next build. We're going to go ahead and take her into Finite, and I'll show you the build for that as well. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take her into Finite now. This is one of her, this was her old arena build, so I haven't really got around to changing the gear yet because of glyphs, etc. So I'm going to showcase this build as well in the arena, and then I'm going to showcase the build I actually use now, and you guys can kind of see what we're going to try and do. So you can see here, this is a team, just basically damage from Contraxia with the A1, which is a multi-titter, 2 allied attacks, and Kaimar, etc., and then Gina as well. And I'll show you the gear right after this, and we'll take her into arena before we switch her gears around. There's definitely 2 ways of building her for arena, depending on your roasters and what you prefer. And I will speak about the goods and bads about both of them over into today's video, and why I believe that both of them are solid builds. Now, in this build, in this team, because we have Kaimar, Relentless and Reflex don't really make much sense because it's normally over quite quickly. We have a lot of damage in here, and this boss doesn't normally tend to get a turn with a double ally attack. So if you don't have double ally attack, definitely Relentless or Reflex would be the best way to build. But if, to be honest, this will just slow down my run if it procs, and there's no need for me to have this in my run. I just need Lady MIKAGE extremely fast, which is what we basically have her in. And you can see here, like, this is normally a minute and a half, to be honest. Probably a bit bad RNG, as well as doing video slows down bits and bobs as well. And you'll see here both the allied attacks just generally do its job with Gina. And Lady M in this build works in arena as well. Obviously, if you can get the speed and protection, you could also use the hydra build in that. I'm just a PvP player, and I like to have a lot of options for arena. So let me go ahead and show you the build. This is what she's built in right now. So you can see here 363 speed and then 493. Now this has got the bonus on finite, I believe. Let me have a look. So for finite, she's 377, and then you've got good speed across the board overall. You don't need this type of speed though, obviously. If I did, I would run the speed aura of Carnage, and it generally worked quite fine. So let's go and take this build into arena, and then we'll put another build on her and we'll try her out as well. So these masteries that we showcased earlier definitely make sense. Again, for blessings, sheep for me is polymorph is probably like the best blessing to go for her, or maybe life harvest could be a good option, and template chains if you got 5 or 6, or intimidating presence if you got 6 and you're lacking on the speed auras as well, especially in today's meta. So they're probably the 4 blessings I would go in depending on the builds. When you speed when this fast, probably polymorph is not the best utility blessing for sure. So let me go ahead, take her into arena, and show you why I like this build as well. Right, so we are in arena. We're not up in platinum, unfortunately, so we're just gonna have to make this work for today's video. We will drop our mads because he's kind of OP. We know how good he is. We're just bringing in a style team like this with a AoE attacker here. And then we got Speed Aura, and then we have our CF as well. And then we just kind of showcase this build. We will try to find a CF team shortly as well. I do know a few people who run a sonicset Lady MIKAGE in arena. This is generally has the 2 options. We can do the ally attack and try and get a kill out, or we can the opponent setting up the surplus damage as well, which is a option. He cuts in there. We're gonna go do a wackadoodle, and we'll take him out like so. So it's generally a very good way to have a very fast build. If I can find a CF, I'm going to have a look for a CF team, and then we can come back and show you what I would like to try and show you with this build. Okay, so we found a CF team. We are going to go in and basically let them cut in on us. So I let them go before us, and hopefully, well, it'd be nicer if they're just faster. We have got Yumiko in there, so we will get cut out. So I'm gonna go ahead and we'll sleep the arbiter and etc. We're not gonna boost, so I'll just drop the 10 meter here. Oh, it looks like everyone is faster. Okay, cool. Guess we'll just take out the. I expect Lady M to be faster, to be honest. Guess that's what happens when you're down here. Okay, so you can see there, right? We had the full 10 meter boost come in, which is pretty nice, right? And Lady MIKAGE basically was ready to take a turn again. She will die to the bombs, unfortunately, which is not much we can really do to that. But you can see what we're trying to do, right? You can see there we're going to cut it in. Let me see if we can. Oh, Carnage is missing. So he's missing gear. Oof, I should have checked first. Let me go ahead and put his gear on. All right. Let me see if we can try and take this on again. Maybe we don't bring a speedo, I guess, and then we'll bring some type of counter to that. We go something like this, right? They should definitely go before us because we haven't got no Terminator boost or anything like that. and we see what happens. So he's opened up the A1. You can see the turn meter boost there. We cut in nicely, which means then we can just open up the ally attack. And the bombs will be fine. We'll get locked out, but that's fine. She'll revive. We'll put decrease attack out. Why not? He can't really do much because he potentially will weak it or get sheeped on there. We'll do this. Get rid of him. You see that the life harvest is doing a good job as well. He took his turn again, so Sonic cuts in again. We can come in and strip this time. He's ready to go. Like so. And bearing in mind, we're not being able to do much, but it's really solid against lockouts because you can see here, we are faster. We're going to stun them now. There's not much they can really do. We're going to go ahead to protect him. Flip around. And then it's just one tap there from Yunuka. Straight away, right? So Lady M, super solid in Supersonic. If you are built in a team correctly, definitely could be really effective in live arena and throw people off. A lot of people don't suspect Supersonic, right? Especially if they're using CFE. If they're using CFE and you have Supersonic in your team, you generally just want to ban the 1 turn meter boost champion, so then you can cut in, especially if they're running 2 turn meter boosts. If they're going CFE into Armads, then you don't generally need to worry about that because you would normally tend to cut in, depending on the speed as well. Like the CFE is like 420, then she'll outrun Lady M, who is 363, right? She will still outrun her, especially with a speed aura as well, like a really solid speed aura. So it's one of them ones to kind of look out for. We're going to go now put her into the actually build I use consistently in like live arena, etc. when she does come into my teams. Mainly in Siege and 3v3 in Classic is where I tend to use my Lady M. Okay, so this is the style of team I like to use her in. She has a really good synergy with Narcissus and Queen and Cora, and obviously UDK as well. She's a bit squishy against Narcissus, but it's fine if you build a Pacific way, which is what I'm going to show you, and kind of just use it to our advantage, right? So our Lady M is actually faster, so I'm going to go ahead and just get some damage out on Queen and Cora. Just going to go ahead and put out shields. Oh, that was a bit dumb by me. I also put my shields out as well. So we'll revive her. Generally do like when it's started build, especially when there is like a warlord or something there as well. Now ally attack is very, very useful. Obviously you can't use ally attack like that. So I guess I could have flipped around and stunned, but I wanted to save that. And then we come in like so, and then we just wait for the UDK to drop. So we're going to come around and strip. And we do get it nicely there. Our UDK is slower than his. So, oh no, his UDK is slower than ours. Which would normally be an advantage, to be fair. Let's try and get Monkey down again. Let's see if we get some more. Is a bit slow against UDK. We've got a lot of protection on ours, so generally should be fine. I think we'll do ally attack now into UDK to try and clean us up if we can. Narcissus could do with a bit more damage. I actually think Narcissus is missing gear. Looks like. Okay, so I have her in this style of build, which is what I generally run. This is going to be the reason why I actually run her like this, which will be no surprise for you guys, I guess. So you'll see here we've got Arbiter, Armads. Armads probably like one of the most difficult champions to deal with right now in the arena meta. Even Lady can struggle with him sometimes. So you'll see here we flip around, basically drop the stun like that. We come in and protect ourselves with Queen and Cora, and basically the team is done and dusted very, very easily. So it's a very good way to build a armored. So this is the style of team that we like to go against. This Georgia will be super hard to protect herself against because it's a +3 fully awaken. So you know this is going to be running like 400 critical damage, etc. You can see like how much it hurts our UDK there. So we will need the reset from Narcissus to kind of make this work as well. So we'll flip form here, we'll do the stun drop and also drop Termito as well, which is going to be super fragile. And then you can see here Narcissus is going to be ready, do that block revive, and then be able to come in and do the things that we need them to. So we will win this one now. We can go ahead and hit auto because this is generally done, and this is a perfect team for us to use this against. And this is a really solid team. You can see here we got fully awaken, +4 fully awaken, and Georgie fully awaken, etc. Just Shazam, really. That's not the fully awaken. He's got to spend a bit more money to get this ready. So let's go ahead and see this build, and I'll showcase this build as well. And you guys can generally see what I'm trying to do as well with this. So again, you know, 4-piece stoneskin, the way to go. If you can get some reaction as well, that'd be good to generally aim for. These are the stats. We've got 340 speed, just under 400 accuracy. You want to try and get 500 accuracy if you can. I haven't done the oil, I don't think, just yet. So oil does need to be worked on her a little bit. So we can make her accuracy 500 generally as well. This is why we still go polymorph, and explains the masteries. So there we are, three perfect ways of building Lady MIKAGE depending on what you want. If you just want hydra and finite protection, I think it's the best way to go, especially if you're using Kaimar. If you just want if you don't have protection and you want it to work in both, then reflex and savage, which we didn't showcase today because I don't generally believe that is top 3 builds for her. And then for arena, we're thinking 4-piece stoneskin, or we're going to come in with that supersonic as well, which would be really, really impactful on her. That's it from me today. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. I'll be Grim. I'll see you on next one. Peace.